What is cheaply made but sold at a ridiculous price? Printer cartridges. Out of ink? Guess I'll just buy a new printer. Lil fun fact. The cartridge in new printers are mostly just half or 1/4 filled. Frown. Glaucoma eye drops, about $379 for a tiny bottle of the prescription treatment. You could fly to a country like India and get a bunch of bottles, same if not better quality, and fly back and it would save you money. Would have to be like a dozen or more, but you get the point. This reminds me of a story from last year. It's cheaper for someone in India to fly round trip to Dubai to buy an iPhone 12 than it is to just buy one locally. Babies. Both adopting and buying a baby on the black market takes serious money. The biggest cost associated with a baby is the ongoing maintenance costs. And the years it siphons off your life in the crying phase. I'll never forget learning that the movie theater I worked at paid $5 for a 24-pack of Dasani bottles. We charged $4.50 for one. The movie theater near me has a Starbucks built in with the same prices as other nearby Starbuckses. It's the cheapest drinks at the theater. Volkswagen ignition cylinders. When I worked at VW, we had to constantly order ignition switches because either they are cheaply designed or cheaply made. So when we would place the order from Volkswagen North America, it gets shipped directly from the manufacturer, either Huff or Vallejo. And they would include the invoice in the box. Well, VW would charge the dealerships $99.95 and set MSRP at $129.95. The invoice from the manufacturer to VW showed cost to VW being $14.95. Baby clothes are marked up by 1000% on average. No kidding. Buying clothes at Christmas for my niece, nephew, and stepson was flooring. Now we have another one on the way. I'm hoping hand-me-downs will be like 90% of the clothing we have for it. If you're not opposed, try thrifting. I have a 3-month-old and got most of their clothes at thrift shops. Most are barely used, and last trip I even got some with the tags on. All for about $1/item. Perfume or cologne, imagine how much it would be in the liters amused. Chrysler made a prototype turbine-powered car in the 1960s. It wasn't very efficient, as no turbines were in the 60s, and they bragged that they had run it on Chanel No. 5 at a car show in France. That had to be the most expensive liquid fuel any motor vehicle ever ran on. Carbonated beverages and popcorn are what keep restaurants and movie theaters in business. And candy. Lots of candy. Edit, it's weird this blew up. Edit 2, some person on Reddit doesn't like pointless edits. Greater than and candy. Lots of candy. Which also keeps dentists in business. Any cable, USB, HDMI etc. they cost pennies to make. Company I used to work for would give us cables at the price they purchased them for. I would get HDMI and cell phone cables that would retail at $15, $20 for around $1, $2. Where did the company get them from where it's that cheap? Bottled water. For real? Poland Spring? Read up on it, https://n.wikipedia.org/wiki/Poland_spring. Prof equals flow 1 heavily treated groundwater, water from potentially contaminated sources, the actual Poland Spring having gone dry years ago, the town of Freiburgs, a major supplier for Poland Spring, water supply failing but Poland Spring water delivery kept right on track. Nestle is fucking soulless. They have argued that clean water is not a human right. State officials carried out a 20-month investigation and concluded in December that the company doesn't seem to have valid rights for much of the water it's been drawing from the forest north of San Bernardino. But Nestle argued in a written response to the State Water Resources Control Board on Friday that it has rights to take at least 88 million gallons each year, nearly 3 times as much as it took in 2016. That stance conflicts sharply with state investigators' findings, and with arguments by Nestlé's opponents that the company doesn't have any water rights at all in the national forest. The dispute stretches back more than a century to the creation of the National Forest in 1893, and to an early bottling operation that began with a contract in 1909, when they announced the findings of their investigation on December 20th. State officials told the company it appeared to have a right to divert up to 8.5 million gallons per year from a source called Indian Springs, based on 1912 plans to bottle water in Los Angeles. But they said the company doesn't appear to have valid rights to divert more than that, about a fourth of the 32 million gallons the company piped from sources in the forest in 2016. There was a caveat. State regulators said Nestlé likely could claim some amount of percolating groundwater, which is defined as groundwater that's filtering down to an aquifer and is not subject to the Water Board's legal authority. But they said in their letter to the company that a significant portion of the water Nestlé has been taking appears to be diverted without a valid basis of right. https://www.dsarts.com/story/news/environment/2009/bottled water maker Nestlé Els California Regulators. It's entitled Keep Bottling water/324/976/02/dsarts.com/story/news/environment/2018/02/09/bottled water maker Nestlé tells California regulators it's entitled Keep Bottling water/324/976/02/. The company reported piping 139 acre-feet, or 45 million gallons, of water from the springs and slopes of the popular National Forest last year as part of its Arrowhead brand operations. They were required to pay about $2,000 for a new federal permit, but no fees for the water, which is theirs to use for retail sale. https://www.dsarts.com/story/news/environment/2019/06/13/ Nestlé still taking public forest water. It's Arrowhead label feds help www.dsarts.com/story/news/environment/2019/06/13/ Nestlé still taking public forest water. It's Arrowhead label feds help /136221100/ They get their water for almost nothing up to recently due to a 100 years old deal. New build houses in the UK. Built by the lowest bidder, to the lowest standards possible. Crammed in so densely that two detached houses can be less than 18 inches apart. The biggest scam is that the developers try to sell the house, but retain ownership of the land that it's built on, then charge rent for the land. For this shit they want a minimum of £350,000. Leasehold really is a horrible concept. Fucking leasehold. This is the dumbest idea I've ever seen. 1 week prior to a closing in Illinois, our bank called us and said that the seller didn't disclose it was a leasehold property. It wasn't on any of the initial filings. They immediately turned our financing down. Even told us no other banks in the area would consider it and to walk away. Sodium chloride for bags in hospitals in the United States. It costs less than $1 to make, but hospitals can charge over $200 plus per bag. $500 per bag, or so I have seen on medical records. Every hospital is different due to shenanigans with various insurance companies. Many mattresses, especially memory foam ones. Diamonds. Natural diamonds are made for free in nature and harvested using slave labor. Lab-created diamonds still cost 45% less. Is that what the conflict diamonds are about? Those $350 Nikes cost maximum $20 to make, shipping included. Oh, and the $1,500 ones also cost about $20 to make. Yeah, but those slaves Nike hires aren't going to whip themselves. You know why Nike is so woke? So you won't notice they have a huge plantation full of slaves in 2021. Insulin. It's criminal how much they charge compared to the manufacturing costs. Not just that, but the fact that the dude that did the research just gave away the patent, not like they're recouping research costs. Makeup, that shit is produced cheap, especially the high-end brands. Most cosmetics in general basically. Part of why most makeup stores have such relaxed return policies. Eyeshadow palettes cost like 20 cents each to manufacture and sell for $50. Edit, okay, 20 cents is an exaggeration. Average cost is between 50 cents to $10. Still. So how does one DIY that item? EpiPens. They cost like $2 to make and then are sold for like $150. Paid $400 2 years ago. After 2 years, and with an expiration date looming, I start looking for opportunities to run into bees just so I can feel like I got my fucking money's worth. Maybe I'll finally visit the botanical garden I've been wanting to check out. During the spring. I made this joke the last time I saw my allergist and he laughed at first. But a few minutes later I saw him frantically searching for coupons. Barrettes, hair clips and other bits of plastic that hold your hair in place. I get these at dollar stores because the high-end pharmacies charge way too much. Pharmacies charge way too much on everything. My local pharmacy sells Mucinex for like $20 on the shelves, but if you ask the pharmacist for straight guaifenesin, it's $3. Same med. If you need a cough suppressant, you can buy Robitussin cough gels. College textbooks on their 2nd to 100th edition. It's annoying because they could keep the same textbook and allow students to pass them on to the next generation of college students, but no, they have to create a new book each time and make it a requirement to have that new book. I mean, I've had professors that told us which older editions would work, but next generation wouldn't fly for a lot of subjects. A lot of material is very new. Edit, to everyone who's going to say something about some books that just reorganize the content, I understand that. I was simply saying that it's not possible for everything. Grey Goose vodka. Didn't they make the bottles taller so they would only fit on the top shelf? Ingenious. Basically. But the Kirkland vodka is even taller. https://image/upload/v1556429026/archive/4R03D4B7299698B185F23 ed1D285D4A0286C.jpg. Designer handbags, at least in recent years to meet the demand of the newly rich. There's a huge industry of Chinese immigrant workers in Tuscany, Italy, who manufacture the bags there, so that it can bear the coveted, made in Italy label. https://www.newyorker.com/magazine/2018/04/16/ The Chinese workers who assemble designer bags in Tuscany. They are perhaps not that cheaply made, but still not the value of the prices they command. I somehow ended up watching a few documentaries on the luxury leather business, and we might as well call 95% of what gets out of Italy slave leather. From the human to the environmental impact, it's a shit show even before you come to the stupid price tag. For the same price as an overpriced and mass-produced bag, I'm pretty sure you can find an artisan and work with them for a one-of-a-kind bag. Glasses. I watched a video on the sunglasses/glasses/eyewear industry in middle school economics, and we've been scammed this entire time. I was a certified optician and ran a lens lab for Pearl Vision in the early 2000s. Our most expensive frames, excluding the weird Armani shit we carried, cost us $20, $30 per frame. They sold for $200, $400 depending. Our cheapest frames cost us $2 to $3 each, and none sold for less $50. The lenses, that's a lot of markup. I started in a brand new store, and we had a brand new lab full of Asila hardware. Latest and greatest at the time. Standard lenses, nothing special, just the standard CR32 plastic in a typical prescription. They cost $2 or so and we charged $40 each. So a basic pair of glasses cost us $8 in materials and was sold for $130. The worst markup was on the high-end lenses. At Pearl, at that time, the top end were the MT Pro lenses. Micro-thin polycarbonate aspheric lenses with anti-scratch and anti-reflective coating. Basically, if you have a strong prescription, +3 or so, aspheric can make a much thinner and lighter lens that can give you the same vision a thicker traditional lens does. Add in anti-scratch, anti-reflective, and the cost of the lenses alone were around $400 for the customer. Pearl Vision's cost for the lens blanks? $23. The entire cost of the Asila equipment in the lens lab at my location was only $250,000, and we regularly sold $800 plus glasses. And, the part that I really hate, Main Medicare, at the time wouldn't provide coverage for anti-scratch coating. It was technically an upgrade. We couldn't buy lens blanks that didn't have it. My instructions were to strip the anti-scratch coating when making lenses for Main Care clients. I ran the lab. Guess what I never did? Edit. My recommendation is that you go to your trusted optometrist and find your real results. From there make your decisions on glasses. I like zenioptical.com. I'm a -8.25 and at almost 40 years old, I've only now hit the place where I can pay for my glasses in one payment. I'm even more grateful that my parents could afford to pay for my glasses as a kid. I don't think I got plastic lenses until I was in high school. Glass all the way. Beats headphones cost $17 to make, and are sold for $100, $500. That's insane. Edit. Just wanted to say that this video goes super in depth on the history of Beats and why they aren't the best quality. https://youtube.b/5p5hivilkz7w. If you want a better suggestion, my Skullcandy Hesh 3s sound 3x better than my old Beats, at only $100. I have a fairly large head, and having the headphones be able to stretch to fit is very important, and these work perfectly for that. I think their cost is under $15 now. Truly a garbage product. Such shitty headphones. Ibuprofen at a hospital. Yeah, we just went and got this bottle from the dollar store for $4. Oh, that patient needs 2 of them? Sure, charge their bill $88. Your dollar store might be included in this list if a bottle costs $4. What's the average cost for ibuprofen OTC? I double checked, our bottle was $7.50, which I figured was the norm for 500 tablets that are 200 milligrams each. Most fast fashion. A pair of jeans that costs $4 to produce but costs $40 for you to buy is a 1000% markup. I got a pair of jeans when I visited America. I paid maybe $30 for them and wore them for 10 years. Best jeans I've ever owned. They were threadbare by the time I was ready to part with them. I wasn't ever able to find the brand online when I wanted to replace them. Wish I'd gotten multiple pairs. Wrangler's work jeans. The cheap ones. Or their bargain brand rustlers. They last a lot longer than name brand fashion because they are made for real work. Homeopathic pills. There is nothing in it, no money used for clinical trials. Sold for around €7–10 per box. The fun part about these placebo pills is, the placebo effect is stronger if the pills are more expensive. Someone once said they asked the company why they were selling their product for $200 if it costs $10 to make it. And the company responded because people buy them for $200. Reminds me of a guy who worked for Bethesda being asked why they don't make a new Elder Scrolls game. He answered pretty plainly, because people are still willing to buy Skyrim. Probably the same reason for no GTA 6. Most luxury brands with huge obvious logos on them. Reddit Gold. Reddit Platinum. Edit, keep 'em comin', I am fueled by your lesser metals. No edit, I'd Quizeckin is fueled by lesser me's but okay.